Good morning, everybody, and welcome to week 7. Okay, so week 7 begins our third unit of study, and this unit will last 3 weeks. You can find more information in the Unit 3 overview page of this week's module. What I'm going to do here is just talk a little bit about what you can expect for this week. For a deep dive into the actual assignment, please listen to the Unit 3 overview where I really kind of unpack what content we're going to be covering over the next 3 weeks. But this week is the first week of that 3-week unit. And what we're going to be doing this week is really two things. The first is really working on your topic, whatever it is that you want to explore for the writing assignment that's going to be due at the end of week 3. As you might remember, there was a page in last week's module that was there just to kind of get you thinking about what your topic might be, and to have you start thinking about what's happening in the world that is of interest to you. So this week you're going to actually be making that decision, and you'll be posting that on a discussion board that is due at the end of this week called My Main Story. And the whole goal of that discussion board is basically to have you kind of share what you're going to be researching and exploring in this unit. So that's your first main goal this week, is to decide and then to post to that. Your second goal is to learn a little bit about information literacy. Now, excuse me, you might be wondering, Miller, why are we studying information literacy? It's a requirement of this course of English 221 and of English 230. Part of what the UC system requires in this course is information literacy. And so this unit is how I meet that requirement. So you do need to kind of click through and read through kind of how to decipher correct information online. You know, I feel like I've been teaching about this for decades, and I feel like you probably have been learning about it for decades. And the reason that we have to keep teaching it and finding new ways to teach it, and the reason why you have to keep learning it and find new ways of learning it, is because there are still issues with misinformation online, with fake information online, and especially when it comes to needing to understand historical events and current events accurately. We really do need to figure out what's correct. We need to figure out, what am I seeing online? Is it accurate? How can I know? How can I figure that out? What tools do I have to try to decipher what I'm finding in online spaces? And so that's really the focus for this week, is to start learning about those tools. Now, you'll notice here that there is an assignment called the rhetorical analysis of research. You don't have any research due yet. You will next week. And you'll notice too, I should say, that I have opened up week 7, 8, and 9. So if you want to go ahead and start working on week 8 material, which is some of the research that you're going to have to be doing, then for sure you can do that. You can even do this rhetorical analysis of research page if you want. It's posted here, but notice that it has a due date of October 14th. And even that is a little bit of a fake date. This assignment you can choose to complete at any time in this unit. Week 7, week 8, or week 9. It's up to you. So you get to kind of look at that assignment and think about whether you want to complete it this week. It's kind of a light week as far as work goes. Next week, when you're going to be doing more of your research, the week after, but then you're going to be working on more of the writing. So it's totally up to you, but it's here for you if you decide that you want to try and tackle it this week. The other activity that you have due this week is your writing territory, and this week focuses on one of my favorite marks of punctuation, which is the dash. Now, let me just say this. The dash is not the same as the hyphen. A hyphen is hitting the hyphen key once and joining words like 8-year-old or folk, or like uber-centric, or thinking about words that you're joining together with a hyphen. A dash is using the hyphen key twice, and I use it all the time. And so that's mechanically, that's the dash. You'll learn about how to use the Dash by looking at the mentor text, by watching the Khan Academy video, and I hope that you will come to appreciate the Dash as much as I do. Most students actually don't really even ever learn how to use the Dash, and so end up starting to use it with some regularity. So I hope that that's the case for you. So again, take a look at the writing assignment, get a handle on what it's going to be asking of you. Again, this is another short unit, 3 weeks. From here, we'll go into another mini unit, and then we have our last big unit, which is our big one that will create the largest piece of writing that you've done this semester. So we are still skill building this week with a focus on research and information literacy. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And yeah, I hope you have a good week.